None of the hardship felt heavy. She was my home, my calm, my comfort. When she became pregnant with our daughter, we cried together, terrified and overjoyed. The night Lena was born, I held Emily's hand while she screamed, laughed, cursed, and cried all in the same hour. When they placed our daughter in my arms, I broke down in a way I'd never experienced before. Pure gratitude. Pure fear. Pure love. I looked at Emily and said, "We made her." She smiled through tears. "Yeah, we did." Those were the years when everything felt perfect even though nothing was. The slowly growing distance. People think cheating happens when the marriage is loveless. Ours wasn't loveless. It was tired. Somewhere between midnight feedings, overdue bills, missed date nights, and the chaos of adult life, we lost each other without realizing it. It didn't happen with a fight. It didn't happen with betrayal. It didn't happen suddenly. It happened quietly. It happened when I started coming home late. She started working extra baking orders. I stopped noticing how exhausted she looked. She stopped asking how my day was. We started eating dinner in silence. Weekends became chore days instead of us days. Affection became routine instead of intentional. Love didn't disappear, but it faded behind responsibilities. And the worst part? We thought it was normal. We're just busy, I told myself. We'll make time later. But later kept moving further and further away. The cracks I never acknowledged. Looking back now, I can see every warning sign. Emily cried in the bathroom sometimes. I pretended not to hear it. She would reach for my hand while watching TV, and I'd pull away without thinking because my mind was stuck on work emails. She asked me one night, "Do you still find me attractive?" I laughed and said, "Of course," but went straight back to my phone. She tried planning date nights. I canceled them for work deadlines. She wanted conversations. I wanted sleep. Before we begin, if you enjoy stories that touch the heart and remind us of life's quiet miracles, don't forget to like this video and subscribe. It truly helps our little storytelling family grow. People think life falls apart slowly, that marriages die over months of resentment, that trust erodes little by little. Mine didn't. My life didn't unravel like a loose thread. It snapped. 43 minutes. That's how long it took. 43 minutes to turn a loyal husband into a liar. 43 minutes to break a woman who loved me. 43 minutes to turn my daughter's hero into the man she was afraid might leave. I used to believe I was a good guy. Not perfect, but steady. Responsible. Faithful. But standing in front of the hotel mirror that night, staring at the reflection of a man I didn't recognize, I realized something. No one is immune to destroying their own life if they stop paying attention to the cracks forming beneath their feet. And I had been walking across those cracks for a long, long time. This is the story of how I lost everything for a moment of weakness I didn't even enjoy, and how the regret followed me like a shadow that refused to leave. Our beautiful beginning. Before I tell you how I ruined everything, I need to tell you what I ruined. Her name is Emily. We met in college, two broke students sharing a table at a coffee shop during finals week. She spilled her caramel latte all over my notes, apologized 1,000 times, bought me a new set of notebooks, and somehow turned my worst morning into the best. She had this laugh, warm, unfiltered, genuine. The kind of laugh that made other people smile even if they hadn't heard the joke. We were inseparable. Study partners. Then friends. Then lovers. We got married at 24. We were young, hopeful, stupidly optimistic. People told us we were rushing. People told us real life would hit hard. And real life did hit us, but we faced everything together. The early marriage, hard but ours. The first 3 years were rough. Tiny apartment. Debt. Jobs that paid barely enough to keep the lights on. But I woke up every morning to Emily's hair across my chest and her sleepy smile. And in. She needed me. And I slowly stopped showing up. Not on purpose. not out of malice, just out of carelessness. Carelessness kills more marriages than hatred ever will. And while I drifted from my wife emotionally, something worse was happening inside me. I started believing I was underappreciated. I started believing I gave more love than I received. I started believing I deserved more affection, more appreciation, more attention. Loneliness is loud. It fills your head with lies that feel comforting when you're weak. And I believed them. The work trip that should have been ordinary. When my boss told me I'd been selected for a 3-day tech conference, Emily was excited for me. "You need a break," she said. "You've been working too hard." She helped pack my suitcase, folded my shirts neatly, placed a small handwritten note between them. "I'm proud of you. Lovi, Eminência." I found it later, after everything, when it was too late. That morning, she kissed me goodbye at the door. "Au soft kish. Au habitual kish." I kissed her back, but not fully, not deeply, not the way she deserved. If I had known it would be the last kiss before our world would collapse, I would have held her like she was the only person I ever loved. Because she was. The flight, where it all started in my head. On the plane, I looked around at strangers and felt an unexpected sense of freedom. No responsibilities for 3 days. No chores. No bills. No stress. Just me. I wish I had realized how dangerous that thought was. Freedom without self-control is a weapon aimed at your own heart. But I didn't know that yet. I listened to music, watched clouds drift by, and convinced myself I deserved to relax. I hadn't cheated. I hadn't even thought about cheating. Not yet. But the seed was planted. A tiny root of self-pity, watered by exhaustion and loneliness. I just didn't recognize it. Arrival at the hotel. When I checked into the hotel, everything felt luxurious compared to my daily life. Polished marble floors, golden lighting, a bar glowing with amber bottles, soft music, no responsibilities. I put my luggage down in the room, stared at the king-sized bed, and breathed out a long sigh. And that's when it hit me. I hadn't relaxed like this in years. A dangerous kind of freedom. A dangerous kind of quiet. I should have called Emily. I should have FaceTimed Lena before she slept. But I didn't. I told myself I'd call later. Later never came. The bar, where temptation first spoke. I went to the lobby bar just to unwind. That's all. That's all it ever starts with. The bartender asked, "What'll it be?" "Whiskey neat," I said, a drink I rarely had, but that night I wanted to feel something different. The glass was cold. The whiskey burned. I felt my shoulders loosen. And then, she sat down beside me. Harper. She introduced herself with a smirk and a confident voice. She wasn't shy, wasn't subtle, wasn't reserved. She smiled like she already knew I'd talk to her. And the weak, lonely part of me, the part I'd ignored for months, woke up like it had been waiting for someone to notice it. That's the moment everything started. Not when we touched. Not when she leaned in. Not when we left together. It started the moment I didn't get up and walk away. The night that changed everything. Harper, the woman who should have been a stranger. Her perfume reached me before her voice did. Something subtle, warm, expensive. The kind of scent you recognize even in a crowded room. She took the seat next to mine like she had already decided that was where she belonged. "Rough day?" she asked, swirling her whiskey like she was playing with the idea of trouble. I should have nodded politely. I should have turned away. Instead, I said, "Long week." "Work. Always." She smiled. "Let me guess. Underpaid, overworked, and underappreciated?" I laughed, because I felt seen. Not in a romantic way. Not in a sexual way. No. In the way a tired person feels seen when someone else finally notices the exhaustion they've been hiding. "Something like that," I said. "Thought so," she smirked. "You have that look." "What look?" She leaned in slightly, her lips curving with dangerous confidence. The look of a man who carries too much on his shoulders and no one ever asks how heavy it is. Her words hit harder than they should have. Because Emily did ask sometimes. But I was always too distracted to answer honestly. Harper was offering something subtle but powerful. Attention without responsibility. And that combination is lethal. Conversation that slipped too far. We talked about work first. Safe topics. Surface level things. Then she asked, "Are you here alone?" "Yes," I said. "Married?" she asked, tilting her head. I nodded and instinctively reached for my ring. She noticed. Of course she noticed. "Oh, relax. I'm not trying to steal you," she said with a teasing smile. Just talking. Just talking. Those are two of the most dangerous words in the world. Because people rarely notice the moment when just talking becomes thinking about it. And then becomes why not? "How long have you been married?" she asked. 12 years. She whistled softly. "That's rare these days. You must have a good wife." "I do," I said quickly, too quickly. It sounded defensive. Guilty, even though I hadn't done anything yet. Harper leaned on her elbows. "So why do you look so empty?" My jaw tightened. "I don't look empty," I said. But I did. She wasn't wrong. I felt hollow inside, stretched thin by routine, stress, responsibilities. And instead of talking to Emily about it, I had buried it deep. Harper tilted her head sympathetically. "I get it," she said softly. "Everyone wants something for themselves once in a while." "Something like what?" I asked, not flirtatious, just curious. She smiled slowly. "A night where you're not someone's husband, someone's father, someone's employee." Her finger traced the rim of her glass. "Just a man." That sentence, it hit like lightning. Because that was exactly how I had been feeling but never admitted. Responsible. Needed. Depended on. But not seen. Emily loved me. But love doesn't stop loneliness when two people stop showing up emotionally. And Harper was showing up with everything I felt deprived of. Attention. Validation. Interest. A sense of being desirable. And it was intoxicating. The moment I should have left. Around 10 p.m., Harper ordered another drink. "You want another?" she asked. I should have said no. I should have gone to my room. I should have FaceTimed my wife and daughter. Instead, I nodded. Whiskey number 2 loosened my shoulders. Whiskey number 3 loosened my restraint. By 10:45 p.m., I wasn't drunk, but I wasn't sober enough to choose the right path. Harper leaned in closer, her arm grazing mine. "You have nice eyes," she said. I froze. Compliments from strangers are dangerous when they land in wounded places. I swallowed hard. "I'm married," I said again. "And I respect that," she said. "But married doesn't mean blind. I can still notice." My heartbeat quickened. This was the moment. The crossroads. Harper wasn't forcing me into anything. She was giving me a door. I could walk away. I could stay. I looked down at my wedding ring again. Then she touched my hand. Just a light touch. Barely anything. But it was enough to break the thin wall I had left. The emotional pull I didn't fight. People think cheating is about physical desire. It's not. It starts with emotional vulnerability. It starts with wanting to be seen, desired, appreciated. And Harper was a master of that. She asked questions Emily hadn't asked me in a long time. What do you want in life? What stresses you the most? When's the last time you did something for yourself? Do you feel valued at home? They weren't flirtatious questions. They were intimate ones. The kind that burrow under your ribs and convince you someone understands you better than the person who actually does. And I answered them all. Too honestly. Too openly. The kind of honesty I should have saved for my wife. When I finished talking, Harper placed her hand over mine. "You deserve to feel wanted," she whispered. My breath caught. Her fingers squeezed gently. Her eyes were soft but inviting. That's when it happened. A thought I will regret until the day I die. Maybe just this once. Maybe I deserve to feel good. Deserve. That word is the devil in disguise. The invitation. At 11:14 p.m., Harper stood up. She didn't ask. She didn't hesitate. She leaned close to my ear and whispered, "Come with me." My pulse hammered. My throat tightened. Ist her. My mind screamed, "No, no, no." But my loneliness whispered, "Just one night. No one will know. It doesn't mean anything. You're just unwinding. You deserve this. You're still a good man. Good man." What a joke. Harper walked away, slow, confident, glancing back with a look that said she knew I'd follow. And like a coward, I did. The walk to the elevator, the point of no return. My legs felt heavy. The hallway lights looked too bright. The carpet felt too soft under my feet. My heart pounded so hard I could hear it in my ears. Every step felt like betrayal. Every breath felt like a lie. I reached the elevator. Harper pressed the button. The doors opened with a soft ding. My phone buzzed. A notification popped up. "Emily Yellowheart. Hope your day wasn't too stressful. Lena wants to video call you tomorrow morning. Love you." I swear my soul left my body. I stared at the screen. My daughter wanted to see me tomorrow. My wife hoped I had a good day. And I was about to destroy them both. I should have turned around. I should have run back to my room. I should have cried, prayed, done anything other than step inside that elevator. But Harper touched my arm lightly. "You okay?" she asked softly. And I lied. "Yeah." The doors closed. And the moment they did, I felt something break inside me. Something permanent. The room. I won't describe what happened in detail. Not because I'm hiding it, but because it didn't matter. Not really. It wasn't passionate. It wasn't romantic. It wasn't memorable. It was mechanical. Empty. Worthless. It didn't feel like excitement. It felt like anxiety in disguise. A temporary escape wearing the mask of pleasure. And when it was over, Harper fell asleep almost instantly. I sat on the edge of the bed. Naked. Cold. Shaking. I stared at my hands as if I didn't recognize them. Then I whispered, "What have I done?" The regret didn't simmer. It didn't build slowly. It hit instantly. A wave of nausea, terror, and self-hatred so heavy I felt physically sick. I went to the bathroom and splashed water on my face. I looked in the mirror. The man staring back was a stranger. Eyes hollow. Face pale. Ring on his finger glowing like an accusation. "You're a cheater," I whispered to the reflection. The word tasted like poison. A cheater. Me. The good husband. The devoted father. The loyal man. Gone. Destroyed by my own hand. For a night that meant nothing. Absolutely nothing. Leaving the room, and the first lie. I dressed quietly. Harper didn't wake. Before I left, she murmured sleepily, "Text me sometime." I didn't answer. I walked out of the room, heart pounding, sick to my stomach. In the elevator mirror, I looked like someone who had aged 10 years in an hour. When I reached my room, I sat on the floor with my head in my hands. Then came the second mistake. I told myself, it was just one night. It's over. Just forget it. No one will ever know. But that's the thing about secrets. They don't stay quiet. They live under your ribs. They pull at your conscience. They eat through the walls you build. And mine had just begun. The cost of a moment, the price of redemption. I never believed life could divide itself so sharply, before and after. Before the one-night stand, everything in my world felt stable, predictable, safe. After, everything burned. But the strangest part wasn't the destruction itself. It was the silence that followed. A quiet so deep, it swallowed time. A quiet where a man is forced to face himself. A A quiet where I, Daniel Turner, 36 years old, husband, father, finally saw what I had become. This final part isn't just an ending. It's the fallout, the rebuilding, and the truth I avoided until it crushed me. I thought time would fix it. It didn't. After the divorce papers were signed, after the tears, the arguments, the long nights of begging Megan to reconsider, there came a strange numbness. I woke up at my brother's apartment every day feeling like I had swallowed stones. Everything was heavy. My limbs, my thoughts, even my breath. But the worst heaviness was this. I wanted to go back in time more than I wanted to move forward. Grief was unfamiliar to me. Not the grief of death. The grief of self-destruction. I didn't lose my wife. I didn't lose my daughter. I didn't lose my home. I threw them away. And no amount of apologizing could rewind that moment when I chose lust over the life I had built. For weeks, I lived like a ghost. Half of my belongings sat in boxes. My work quality slipped so badly my manager pulled me in for a concerned conversation. My daughter, Lily, barely spoke to me. When she did, she looked past me, not at me. My nights blurred into insomnia and regret. I kept scrolling through old photos. Christmas mornings, family vacations, the night I proposed. Every picture felt like a punch to the ribs. I wish someone would blame Megan. I wish someone would tell me she'd been unfair. But no one did. Not my mother. Not my friends. Not even my brother. The world remained painfully united on one truth. I had broken something priceless. The night Lily finally asked. It happened on a Thursday. Megan allowed me short, supervised visits with Lily. Not because she didn't trust me with our daughter's safety, but because she didn't trust me with her heart. That evening, Lily sat on the living room floor coloring a picture of a rainbow. She was 7, but grief made her look older. I sat across from her, searching for something harmless to say. "Those colors look beautiful," I told her softly. She didn't reply, just kept coloring with tight, fast strokes. 5 minutes later, without looking up, she whispered, "Daddy, why did you make Mommy cry?" It was the first question she had asked since the separation. I felt like the air was knocked out of me. I made a mistake," I said, voice shaking. Her coloring stopped. She lifted her head. Her eyes, big brown eyes she inherited from Megan, held a sadness I had never seen in a child. "A mistake that big?" "Yes. A mistake that big." "Yes, sweetheart," I whispered. "A mistake that big." She looked down again. Her lip trembled. Then she said the sentence that broke me completely. "I didn't want a new family." I reached for her, hands trembling, but she scooted away. "Don't cry, Daddy," she said quietly. "Just don't do it again." She said it like she was the adult in the room, like she had already learned something children shouldn't have to learn. That love can collapse suddenly, shockingly, without warning. That night, after I dropped her off and returned to my brother's apartment, I curled into myself on the couch and sobbed until I felt sick. Not because she was hurt, but because she was learning to move on. And I wasn't. Meg's new silence. A few months passed. Life didn't get easier. It just got duller. The worst part wasn't that Megan didn't want to talk to me. It was that she didn't need to. She became a version of herself I had never seen. Stronger, quieter, more self-contained. As if losing me didn't break her. It taught her she'd survive without me. She didn't talk about my mistake. She didn't argue. She didn't throw the past at me like a grenade. She simply lived. Without me. That silence ate at me far more than screaming ever could. One afternoon, I saw her at Lily's school event. She looked radiant, hairstyled, a soft blue dress, smiling as she helped Lily arrange a poster board. She looked like she had finally exhaled all the stress I used to bring her. And I realized, she wasn't trying to get over me. She had already succeeded. The ache in my chest was so sharp I had to step outside just to breathe. My rock bottom came quietly. Rock bottom didn't hit with a dramatic incident. There was no arrest, no drunken breakdown, no fiery confrontation. My rock bottom arrived on an ordinary morning in July. I woke up, sat on the edge of the bed, and felt absolutely nothing. No hope, no direction, no future, just emptiness. The kind of emptiness that makes you wonder if anything matters. I sat there for nearly an hour, staring at the wall, until my phone buzzed. Another email from HR reminding me about decreased productivity. That was when it hit me. I wasn't living. I was dissolving. Something had to change. Therapy isn't weakness. I booked therapy that same afternoon. Not because I wanted to, because I had no idea who I was anymore. My therapist, a calm middle-aged man named Dr. Wyatt, listened without judgment as I spilled the entire story. The loneliness I hadn't admitted to, the stress I buried, the stupid, reckless moment that shattered everything. When I finished, he didn't offer sympathy. He offered truth. "Daniel," he said, "infidelity isn't about attraction. It's about escape. What were you trying to escape from?" The question sliced through me. My failures? My fears? My insecurity? My belief that I didn't deserve the life I had? We dug into all of it. For the first time in months, I felt something like clarity. Therapy didn't fix my life, but it helped me understand myself enough to start rebuilding. A co-parenting breakthrough. One evening, after months of slow progress, Megan called. Her voice was calm, controlled, but softer than before. "Done. I'd like us to try a different schedule for Lily. Something more stable. For her sake, not us." Us. I hadn't heard her use that word in a long time. "Of course," I said. We met at a cafe to discuss the new arrangement. It was the first time we'd sat across from each other without tension twisting the air. She looked healthier, lighter, healing in ways I wasn't part of, and I was strangely proud of her for it. After we finalized the schedule, she hesitated. "I heard you're in therapy," she said. I nodded, trying to be better. "Not for you, not anymore, but for Lily and myself." She studied me for a moment. Then she whispered, "I'm glad." It wasn't forgiveness, but it was something. The woman who ruined everything. Or did I? One night, months later, I ran into Mia, the woman from the bar. She was with friends, laughing, living, like nothing had ever happened. She looked up, noticed me and froze. "Daniel," she whispered. For a moment, anger flared in me. Anger at her, at myself, at the whole damn universe. But then I realized, she didn't ruin my life. "I ruined mina," with a choice I made willingly. So I simply said, "I hope you're doing well." Her shoulders slumped with relief. "You too." We didn't say anything else. No drama. No closure speech. No reliving the past. We walked away from each other, strangers again. And I finally felt free of her ghost. The question I never expected. 6 months after the divorce, Lily asked, "Daddy, are you happy?" The question startled me. Not because of what she asked, but because I finally had an answer. "I'm getting there," I told her. "I'm working every day to be someone you can be proud of." She crawled into my lap. For the first time since everything happened, she didn't pull away. "I'm already proud," she said. Her forgiveness felt like a warm sunrise after a year-long winter. But the truth was, I still wasn't proud of myself. Not yet. Megan's new life. Rumors reached me slowly. A co-worker of hers asked her out. A kind accountant. A stable man. Not flashy. Not dramatic. The kind of man who wouldn't gamble everything on a one-night mistake. The first time I heard it, jealousy stabbed me. But only for a moment. Then something unexpected washed over me. Relief. She deserved peace. She deserved stability. She deserved joy that wasn't tethered to my failures. And for the first time, I realized, Loving someone sometimes means letting go quietly, not clinging, not begging, not hoping they'll come back, just wishing them well, even if it hurts. Acceptance. One evening, after a year of rebuilding, I finally walked into the empty apartment without the suffocating ache. I put down my keys, breathed deeply, and realized the silence didn't hurt anymore. It felt like space. Space to grow. Space to reflect. Space to become someone better than the man I was the night I ruined everything. I didn't get my marriage back. I didn't get the old version of my life back. But I got something else. A second chance at myself. A slower life. A clearer mind. A deeper understanding that love is fragile, rare, and not something to risk for ego or loneliness or fleeting temptation. And I vowed, quietly, privately, sincerely, to never hurt the people I love again. Epilogue. The truth I live with now. People talk about regret like it's a storm that passes. They're wrong. Regret is a shadow. It follows you. It sleeps beside you. It wakes up when you do. But here's the thing. A shadow only exists because there's light somewhere. I still live with what I did. I still carry the weight of losing a woman who once loved me beyond reason. I still see the disappointment in my daughter's eyes some days. But I also feel the progress, the growth, the quiet sense of becoming someone new. I destroyed my life for a one-night stand. I can't change that. But I can change who I am moving forward.